You know.
All right, take two. We're
Hey, hello.
We're
hello.
back again. Take two.
Hey, hello.
Hold on. You can hear me. There you go. There we go. Now we're good. Okay, I'm sorry. All right, so there we are. We are ready to get working this time. Okay, it is good. All right, so without further ado, welcome everybody back to the JKT podcast. As always, you know who it is. It's your main host and your co-host over here, J Knows Tech, and King Ken arises, ready to go ahead and lay down the hammer on you. Today we got a good good stuff to talk about.
Yeah.
So I know we didn't do one last week. Apologies. Some stuff came up. We wanted to have some time to think. We didn't really have much topics to talk about, random stuff and blah blah blah.
Yeah,
going like that. But
have something to come to you with.
Yeah, we wanted to give you at least some type of material. So sometimes you gotta take breaks. It's not easy being us. It is. We'll let you know. Anyway, as you can see, there's a new behind me in the back. We got the nice JKT wallpaper out here. Now, if you guys want me to
put in our merch store.
Well, not yet. Not yet. We getting there. We start off with wallpapers, maybe some merch. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. But we got some good topics for you guys. So we're gonna be talking about the iPhone XS Max, not the XS, not the 10R, the XS Max. Just reviews on it. So far, they seem pretty positive. If you are interested in an arcade cabinet, well, guess what? Today is your lucky day because you get an opportunity to pre-order them. We also got the 2080 Ti and the 2080 with benchmarks showing off, the graphical performance, what we have been craving for to determine whether or not you should pick it up.
It's worth it.
Yeah, because we don't know if it's worth it until
I don't got that, $1,200 to spend right away unless I know it's worth
exactly. It. It's in the pocket, but is it? I don't know. We'll see here in a few if it's worth your money. We also got Microsoft bringing keyboard and mouse support to the Xbox One. Big deal on that. We'll talk about that later. And then we also have, I don't even know what this is, but, pretty much is Amazon released a crap ton of products out of the blue. There's a lot of products. We're going to cover that all today. So, as always, you know what I got to do. I do it at every podcast. So, I'm up here. So, every time we start these podcasts, you hear beautiful music. You say, is that God speaking to me? No, it's not. It's my boy, Nasa, speaking to you. So, this is Nasa, as always. Like I said, he makes really great music. If you guys are interested, like what you hear, make sure you check him out. He actually just finished up a playlist called Better with Headphones. So again, sitting in the car, watching a movie, or if you're bored, pop those headphones in, listen to some Better with Headphones. Really great series. He's actually going to be starting up a new soon. I can't tell you what it is, but I promise you it's going to be. Make sure you check out my boy Nasa on SoundCloud. As you can see, that's the link. Now make sure you follow him, give him some love because it's really fantastic. So, interested? Check him out. Great guy. Hopefully, we can get some more music. Some of the stuff you actually heard was from his Better with Headphones playlist. So, like I said, really good stuff. Normal Brilliancy is personally my favorite song out of the entire playlist. Really good song. If you guys have not listened to it, really, really good. Definitely check that out. But we're going to go ahead and get ready to get started into the tech news. Before we do, we actually have a special guest. So this guy, I used to work with him before I went to the job. He misses me greatly, and he is a player to the max. I want to go ahead and introduce one of the guys, Mr. Joe. I have a last name.
Joe.
I cannot speak for any of what he just said, but hey, I'm happy to be here. Wish I could be there, but I'm here, so
you can't speak for having a last name.
Yeah, I was about to say, what are you talking about?
I can't speak for any of that.
Yes, you can. It's Joe the player. That's what we're gonna give him different names throughout the entire podcast. So just keep that in mind. So
Joseph Joestar.
Yeah, so he's our special guest. He was actually supposed to be here with us in the physical form, but he forgot.
I did.
He forgot. So
I had a rough.
How do you forget? We talked about this earlier. And
time to go get the Burger King but not here.
Yeah, I know, right? No McDonald's for this man. No nuggets.
It's not about that.
Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Anyway, that's why we have him here. But anyway, glad to have him on the show. We're excited. We got a lot of we got some topics to talk about. Not a lot of them. It might be a short podcast. Who knows? Depending on how good we feel. So we may feel bad and just decide to cut off right now, but we're not doing that. Love you. Anyway, let's go ahead and get
remote.
Just. Boop, that's it. You're done. You're done. Done. All right. Let's go ahead and get into the topics. Are you ready, Joe?
Heck yeah.
You sound like you're ready. Let's go.
That means no. That means I'm not ready. I don't know what's happening. I'm just confused.
No, there was so much positivity.
I know. He was really happy about that. All right.
So much certainty.
So the first article we're going to be discussing is, of course, on the new iPhones that came out. So, those of you guys who picked it up, you probably are sitting there saying, I love my phone. Some of you are probably still wondering if these iPhones are worth it. According to one reviewer, he says it is. Yeah, it is. So article is coming from Net. It's talking about the iPhone XS Max. Now, one of the things that, I didn't do it on the previous podcast, but I speculated was that the iPhone XR is going to be probably one of the more popular iPhones, just because it's a little bit cheaper. It's got the different colors, still the same specification as and Max, and then also the XS Max as well because of the size. I personally say that these were the phones that should last year, and I kind of feel like that kind of stands true because iPhone discontinued the iPhone 10, no longer there, and I speculated it could be a different thing, that maybe it was just their experimentation to see if guys willing to spend $1,000 on a phone, experimentation to see how well it do. And we all know it didn't do as well as it probably could have. These are kind of the replacements to by the XS Max is 10. But the XS Max reviews are out, and so far they've been fairly positive. People are praising performance, which is not surprising. Apple does a job of making very fast phones, and it's just operating system, good optimization software. No surprise that the phone is really, really fast. The CNET gave it about 8.9. So the design was a 9. The features was a 9. Performance was a 10, of course. And then the camera was 9 as well. One thing that kind of is interesting, didn't really talk about battery life. I don't know if it's good, if it's Hey, I know somebody found that the battery capacity on 100 milliamp hours. Take that as you will. I'm very surprised that they didn't mention how good the battery life. So far, what that about is that got play and talk about a little better battery life than really good speed and also some and then kind of the bad, which is kind of
expensive.
It's just expensive.
Yeah,
it's a really expensive
it's
phone.
kind of big if you couldn't fit the other iPhone Plus model.
Very true. So $10.99 starting off, goes all the way up to almost $50. Is a very expensive. But he pretty much was saying, what do they think we are? Made of money? I think we're made of money. But pretty much he was just saying how it's definitely a really good iPhone. Nice size, fast performance. So it kind of just goes a little bit more detail as to that in a 10. So I'm curious to know your take on it, Ken, as far as I know you're Android as far as these new iPhones.
I mean, they're great phones, and but of course have improvements upon the 10, but I don't think it's. I know it's not a huge price point. Starting out 1100, quite similar there. I mean, they have a lot of options. So, I mean, you're probably gonna get a lot of value if you. Probably about 500, 400, probably.
$400 or $500.
Yeah. So I mean, it's a good phone, and definitely there's some new features for it, and it's worth one, especially you're gonna get increased battery life, you get better performance, obviously. If they use
Yeah, the A12 Bionic chip, which is the faster chip out of smartphone. Joe, you got any comments, thoughts on that?
Yeah, I do. This is starting to reach the levels of luxury as far as a phone goes. I mean, we can all pretty much agree that this does things as far as what it needs to do, or that are pretty unnecessary to the average consumer. I mean, most people, as far as I can tell it, where I work, don't know how to use their phones even to about 20%, as much as they know how to use it. So it's really it's hard for me to even advertise this to anybody or try to vouch for this in any way because I do think it's a luxury. I think it's a statement that if you're holding it, you're making a statement. And I mean, the case is that circle is empty for a reason, so you can see the Apple symbol. I mean, it's just luxury, it's just excessiveness, excessiveness, excessiveness. It's not for me, but I get why people like it. I get why people want it.
Yeah, and that's kind of the same way I feel with the pretty much iPhones now. Because I look at a lot of different videos of different then I read the comments below, and a lot of people nowadays, of course, the comparison to like the 9 for it, and of course you always have that ongoing battle of Android versus iOS better, but a lot of people that I've come across necessarily weren't impressed with the device. I think, as I always say, I think it's the best iPhone, but it's not the best money that you're gonna. If you're coming from an older iPhone and you're looking to upgrade, yeah, it makes sense to upgrade Max. But if you're coming from an iPhone 10 to upgrade to the 10s or even Max, it necessarily doesn't add up because you just spent $1,000 for that phone, you're another 1,000 for the phone, and you're getting small minor improvements with the 10s. Of course, you're getting the faster processor, better camera, better screen, better battery life. But at that price point, you gotta look at fairly what more are you getting that I would say is spending another 1,000 on. Now I figured the iPhone 10s Max would probably be the most popular because 10s is literally just the iPhone 10 spec phone. So nobody doesn't really want that phone as much as they want to have the bigger phone, bigger iPhone, the iPhone 7 Plus, the iPhone 8 Plus, bigger phone. So you had your small, big. This is kind of the same thing. So it's not surprising that it's successful. A lot more successful than the iPhone 10s. I am interested to see how the iPhone 10R is going to do because it is a cheaper phone. So, and it comes in different colors. More than likely, more people are probably going to go for that one. Now, I'm not necessarily impressed with it because I think, Apple, in a way, kind of, thinks that aren't that smart. What I mean by that is Apple has a good way of being able to wordplay a lot of things, make it sound really good. So you have the Retina display, which is just an LCD display. Let's be honest. And then I've watched a video where YouTuber was talking about how it has the same display as your iPhone 4 as far as the pixel inch. So to me, it's not impressive enough to really go out and say this is an amazing phone. I do agree with you, fashion statement. I think having an iPhone that I am better than you. I have the best phone that has the best stuff all the time. And I think a lot of people think that these phones are innovation and that Apple pioneers, the way for Android, hey, catch up. Now, I will say, both operating systems, respectfully, have their flaws and have their pros. There's good things about each one, and there's bad things about it. I was recently talking to my friend, explaining to her how I don't necessarily why there is a debate, really big debate between operating systems themselves because you can't compare them because of how different they are. There are similarities, but they're kind of almost geared towards different users. So I have a Note 9, and I love the features that I get with my Note 9. I like to customize my phone the way I like it, and adding keyboards and different themes to it. Whereas somebody may not want to do that; they just may want to whip out their phone, get on Facebook, and then be done. So an iPhone for a user like that makes sense. Versus me, I'm not really going to be attracted to the iPhone because that's not my type of style. I don't want something that works. I want something that can do things that I never would probably use, or I never even knew my phone could do. And to me, to have a debate about how iOS is better than Android, I kind of compare it, not saying that it is, but I compare iOS to kind of how Chromium is. You don't need a lot of power to have it run very well. So the more power you give it, the better it's going to run. And Apple, yes, they do a good job with software optimization, and they have really good build quality, and their designs are good as well. So I'm not hating on Apple. I'm not saying Apple's terrible. I'm just looking at value. If I'm gonna put my money somewhere, where am I gonna put it towards? And I don't see necessarily the same value as maybe somebody else sees. And I don't think it's fair to compare iOS, say iOS is better than Android because it doesn't crash or it doesn't lag. Well, I mean, you're looking at a completely different operating system that does completely different things. So this may require more horsepower and more performance and more RAM than an iPhone does. Because an iPhone's been on, the processor's been really fast, but they've been on 3 gigs. They haven't crossed the 6 gig and the 8 gig because they don't necessarily need it because of how, simplistic iOS is. They can make these improvements and make this optimization and take use of the hardware, but you get in a fast processor and you can't do anything. You get a big phone and you can't do anything with that screen except being able to look at content. But I don't think iOS takes advantage of those screens as well. And that's where, for me, I'm not going to spend $1,000, $1,200, $1,300 on a fashion statement. I'm going to spend it on activity. If I want to use my phone to do all these different things, I want to know my phone can do it. And it's easy for me. I think iOS is easy as far as getting up and running because if you've looked at from the first iPhone to now, it had the same look years. Nothing really about the look has changed that much. And nothing about the iOS that much. Same thing with iPhones. You've had the same design for a certain amount of years. Then the design changes. Then it's the same design for a certain amount of years. Then the design changes again. Now you have the same design again for years. Now, if it's broke, don't fix it. But if you're going to talk about innovation and how, iPhone innovates, my question to you is, what do they do that innovates? Because I look at innovation as being able to do something that almost pioneers phones. And, iPhone used to do that, but nowadays they don't do that anymore as much as they could. So I know some people are going to definitely disagree and they think, fanboy. But I mean, I've used iOS and I've used iPhones before. I had the iPhone 10, I've had the iPhone 7 Plus, I've had the iPhone 6, the iPhone SE. I've used iPhones. I'm not big on iPhones, but I've used them and I've enjoyed the experience for what it was worth. But for my personal way I look at it, it's not how everybody else would. So, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, it's there on the market for a reason.
They got their own market or fan base to, sell to.
Yeah.
That's just it.
Yeah, and I think that's all it is that, if you're going to look at, an iPhone and you're going to compare it to Android, you can't. To me, you can't do that. Because that's an improper comparison.
Like 2 different experiences you're trying to get when you get.
Right, it's like comparing a Toyota to a Ferrari. You're going to get 2 different experiences with a Toyota and a Ferrari. One may have better gas than the other, but the other one's going to perform much faster. Now, you're looking at 2 different. I may not have been the best comparison, but that's the one I went with.
The Honda Civic versus the Ferrari.
The Honda Civic versus the Ferrari. Not the best comparison, but the point is that you're getting 2 different experiences when you're going to one or the other platform. And I also say that it's also your ecosystem. What do you have more of? For most people, an iPhone makes sense because you have a MacBook, you have your iPad, you may have, a bunch of Apple products, and you may have a lot of people like Apple. So
That's the biggest.
Oh, go ahead.
So I have a theory that Apple had this all planned out since the days of the iMac, and so iTunes comes out. Everyone goes, nuts over it because you can finally pay for music because LimeWire for some reason is giving everybody viruses. So you got these people from all ages, middle school, high school, et cetera, buying songs. Few dollars here, a few dollars there, adds up. Then the iPhone or then the iPod comes out. Well, I can put my iTunes song to the iPod. Great, I can listen to them on my iPod. And then the iPhone. Oh, great. Now I can port all my iTunes music all to my iPhone. And then it kind of escalates from there and it really kind of snowballs. And that's just a personal kind of conspiracy theory, but I believe that Apple's entire market began with iTunes and started building and kind of fostering an entire generation of kids to use and kind of worship Apple in the way that they do.
Yeah, and I mean, it definitely could have started there. For me, I see it as Apple knows how to. They know how to make money. They know how to get you interested. And I think another thing I also thought of as well is that it could also be a thing of interest. If you're a person who's used Android all your life, you're gonna wonder what's so great about an iPhone. Why would I want to get an iPhone? Because all your friends may have it. You have people that swear by Apple. They love Apple. They have all the Apple products. And so you're interested. It's not maybe something that you really want the iPhone, but it interests you enough to get it. And that was kind of how it was for me. I never really desired to have an iPhone, but I was saying to myself, well, what's so great about an iPhone and iOS? Everybody just stands by it, love it. And that, therefore, it intrigued me enough to get it, to see what that experience is like. And I think Apple knows how to get that out of you.
What I'm thinking is, it's kind of, I don't know, you can maybe see it was rude. iOS is simple, and it's meant to be simple because it's built for people who are simple or simple-minded. That's the easy.
I mean, it sounds rude, but I mean, it would make sense. I mean,
people who don't want to have to think
It's
about what they
people
have to do,
for-
and it handles it for them, kind of.
It's people who want a computer but don't want a computer.
Yeah.
right. They just want, it's pretty much, they just want it to work. They pretty much, they
Yep.
want to be able to
I just want this to turn on when I need it to turn on.
Right. They just wanted to, hey, I'm going to swipe up, hit that button, I'm done. I don't got to think. I don't got to do anything. I'm just going to use my phone, and that's it. People who want to have that luxury of the smartphone, but the simplicity of, when, like, smartphones weren't, I guess, that complex.
Man, iPhones are still too complicated. They need an easy button, an easy mode, or something like a further streamlined
They just need-
version.
No, they
or
just need to
something.
teach people how to use iCloud.
Pretty
Needs
much.
to be like a
iCloud
little-
seems to be the
yeah.
main. Like, that's the one thing nobody knows. How do I
Like,
do with
please
iCloud? I'm like,
use
Where
the
are all my
cloud.
pictures?
Just use the
what?
cloud.
It's an iCloud. Come on, get it together.
No, put that hard drive down. Just use the cloud.
Probably the iCloud seems to be the biggest issue with everybody. Even I was like, get you. But I mean, that's how. I mean, Apple is that's Apple, and I think that's why they do so well. And I think that's why people praise them is because, for me, the software side, it's simple. Let's be honest. You can say everything you want about the optimization, how it's fluid and fast, but you almost got to question, why is it so fluid? Why is it so fast? It's the same thing with a Chromebook. If you get the Google Pixel book that has the i5, the 8 gigs and the solid state, it's gonna be fast. It's gonna be much faster and much more fluid than Windows.
Probably the fastest computer you've ever seen.
Right, you'll be like, man, this is amazing fast. This is much better than my Windows computer. But then you question yourself, why is it faster? Why is it faster? Because simple.
Windows updates every
Right,
hour.
and Windows is like, you look like you're doing something important. Update. That's how they stamp an update on there. Update approval. But it's simple. It's just made to do the job, and that's it. So yeah, you're getting a luxury phone, and you're getting a fast phone. But that A12 Bionic chip, that iPhone's not going to take advantage of that 8-core chip. Let's just be honest. It's not taking advantage of it. It's taking a few cores. Now, if you game and you do all this stuff on it, yeah, you're probably taking better advantage than I was I'm just swiping up and opening my Facebook.
They need the specs to justify the price.
Right, but it doesn't justify spending so much money on a phone that can't do it. And I say, what would you rather do? Would you rather have a phone that can do everything and then you choose to do nothing with it? Or would you rather have a phone that can't do nothing and then wish it could do something that you want it to do? And that's how I felt when I went to go get my phone, is that, the Note 9, I love my phone, and it has a ton of features. I may never use half of the features that are on there.
Mm-hmm.
But if I want to use them, or if I come across a situation I need it, which may not happen often, but it might happen, at least I know that it's there for me to use. And that goes the same with the Pixels, LG, all other manufacturers, not just Samsung, but other manufacturers. They have different features and functionalities that they use, and Android does things a lot differently. You can customize. You can make your phone how you that it distinguishes your phone from the other person's phone. You have 2 pixels. You may have a skin on yours with all this blue theme and all this stuff, and they may have pink on theirs. But at least hey, this is my phone. So, like I said, I know people are gonna agree. Comments and haters and fanboys. I'm not saying that iOS and Apple is bad. I'm just saying you can look at it however you want, but you necessarily can't always just justify the price, because think about it now, you're spending $1,000 on a phone. You're gonna get to the point where $2,000 will happen. If you think about the iPhone XS Max being $1,400, we're already halfway there. So eventually you're gonna get to the point where an iPhone is gonna have the same features, but it'll be $2,000.
I just want admittance in writing that they're overpaying. That's all I want.
Yeah,
all
you're
I
not
want
gonna-
is
you're
that
not
all I
gonna
want
get
is
that.
in
You're
writing.
never
I want a
gonna admit
signature
that.
right here. I know I'm paying
It's
too
like-
much for this phone. Sorry, Joe, and I want it signed.
Sorry, Joe.
Sorry, Joe.
Personal.
Why do you need a personal apology?
Dear
What's
Joe,
wrong to you?
Dear Joe, we at Apple here apologize for giving you the same device
that you have not purchased.
that you've never purchased. We're sorry. We've disappointed you. Not everybody else, just you.
Not
oh my
satisfied.
God. So that's the Apple news. Like I said, the reviews are good for it. So I mean, again, if you're coming from an older iPhone upgrade, good option. But if you're kind of wondering if you should get this year's model, I'd say 2 things. Look at the other side, or maybe wait until next year when they come out with a newer model, because the next model might be pretty good.
Find an iPhone 10 online.
Yeah, you can get an iPhone 10 much cheaper since discontinued it. So I mean, I probably would look at those options instead of looking at, especially if you're coming from an iPhone 10. I wouldn't upgrade. I just say wait. Wait off until the next
Wait
iPhone.
for an iPhone 15, then they'll have something
Yeah,
new.
there you
in
go.
it.
Wait for the iPhone 15, or even wait for the Pixel 3 and the S10. Then we'll know there.
The Pixel 3 has to have the notch though. Or
No,
else it's
no
useless.
no notch. We're not doing the notch. We agreed upon this. All right, so enough about
I
that.
want a
We're gonna
notch.
get off that train before we.
Oh, you had something to say about the notch, Joe?
I want the notch.
See?
Oh, Joe,
Notch is right.
Joe, no notch,
Notch
man.
is the way to go.
Hashtag no
I
notch.
want
guys.
a
Let's
weird
make it-
shaped phone. I want a hexagon phone. Is that too much to
Hexagon.
ask? Is that too weird?
Yeah, what?
It can be done. I'm sure a hexagon could much more
Android made it
space.
So you can only have a certain amount of notches on your phone.
Yeah, what?
It won't work anymore in Android.
First of all, how would you even watch a YouTube video on a hexagon phone?
We haven't tried it before, so we don't know.
Somebody.
I've seen these before, these arcade cabinets. They're
I
really
don't.
cool.
Yes, which brings us into our next topic. So this article comes from. So if you are interested in old school retro games, popped your quarter in the arcade, playing, Pac-Man, you don't
Doing
love
so
these
well.
right here. So you have an opportunity to pre-order your own retro arcade cabinet, and it's only $2.99. Apparently, these things are hot. They are on fire. They are so pretty much they have different designs, and down here they also show you where you can go to order them. Surprisingly, Walmart actually carries it on their website.
Yeah, Walmart, GameStop has them for pre-order. They are 2/3 normal size, and I looked online. You can on their website you can also buy I forgot what the term for it is. Essentially, it's something you put underneath it to make it look like a full-size arcade cabinet.
Probably
So-
like a
oh look, it's out of stock at Walmart, so you
it's
can't buy it
so
there.
you can't get it. So yeah, they
Maybe at GameStop, I don't know.
they're pretty popular right now. So they had a pre-order before, and they pretty much went out of stock on them again, and then they opened up the pre-orders again, and now as you can see, they're out of stock. But you can see Walmart does sell them.
Yeah, and they don't come just with one game. Usually they come with like 5 or 4 games. Like if I got one, I was gonna get if I got a couple, I was gonna get the Street Fighter and Rampage. I don't care about this.
Yeah, and apparently if you pre-order now, you can actually save $100 off the price, which is pretty cool.
Yep,
I
it's
don't
normally
know.
$3.99.
Yeah. So normally $3.99, $2.99 if you go ahead and pre-order. So I mean, I honestly would have. I gotta have one. Why not? I mean, come on now. You can imagine a game room with these in there, man. Talk of the town.
Now, if you know how to, get a pie and then put the emulators on it, you got an endless arcade machine right there, and you can just build the cabinet yourself.
Well, except for Nintendo games, Nintendo's gonna call you and be like, "We're gonna have to."
They won't know.
Nintendo's not gonna.
And
know.
Nintendo's not gonna know any better. Trust me.
There you
That's
go.
optimistic. Nintendo
I
always
know,
knows.
right? That's Ken has a nice outlook on it.
They won't find out. Don't worry. I already had them downloaded.
I feel like a bad person. I don't appreciate or care about or frankly like most or any or all old arcade games.
Oh my god.
That's because you're too young. You can't
Oh
appreciate
my god, Joe.
I would get a
these games
tattoo of
pioneered-
that would say "I hate Pac-Man" if I could.
What? Okay.
Or I mean,
hold
I
on,
can,
hold
but
on.
I'm
I'm
not
fine with
going
you
to.
saying that about Pac-Man.
No, okay, Pac-Man, yes. Miss Pac-Man, no. Miss Pac-Man was better than Pac-Man. Let's be honest with that one.
That entire legacy of that game
Miss Pac-Man
infuriates
is
me.
Exactly. She ate all those balls.
Let's close the stream.
Yeah, just shut it off. Getting too hot up in here. Gotta turn on the air.
Yeah.
But they have different versions. So you got the Street Fighter 2, Rampage Arcade with Gauntlet, Joust, and Defender. You have the Centipede Arcade with Millipede, Missile Command, and Crystal Castles. I kind of like the Rampage with Gauntlet because I'm playing
Rampage and Gauntlet were great games. Joust is fun too.
I didn't play Joust, but I have played Gauntlet. Asteroids, yes, I would love that one. With Major Havoc, Lunar Lander, and Tempest, and Galaga Arcade with Galaxian.
I want the Rampage and the Street Fighter one if I was going to get one.
I'd probably go with Rampage 2 and then probably the Galaga one. I enjoyed that.
Look, that has just Galaga on pretty much.
I'm okay.
I can't pay $300 just for Galaga.
I'm okay with that. I didn't play Street Fighter 2 like that, so I mean.
Why? $300
for the Galaga.
Yo, you don't even play old school games. Get on out of here.
He knows what Galaga is, though.
No, don't.
Galaga is not $300.
What? How dare you? How dare you treat me like that?
Are you Galaga?
I need to know if that Galaga has 2-player at least on it. On that
Do you
arcade.
represent Galaga?
Galaga itself does, I think, but I don't know about arcade.
You some kind of Konami representative?
I don't. Galaga.
Oh wait, that only has.
Oh, it's a Walmart exclusive.
Walmart exclusive, and it looks like it only has 1 stick on it. So no, it's a single-player version. Click the middle picture. Oh. Yeah. Oh wait, no, it has 2-person.
Yeah, there's 2 players.
But there's only 1 stick on it, so that makes no sense.
You gotta take turns.
What? That's terrible.
You gotta take turns doing it. That's how it works. You gotta take turns.
Joe will build our own arcade cabinet. It'll be better than his. Don't worry. He can spend $600.
Joe just said he does not like any of the old school.
But he can put whatever games he wants
good.
on it.
No, that's not the point. You're supposed to have the old school games in the cabinet.
We're gonna have an arcade cabinet with Fortnite on it.
Oh my god. You know how many little kids? Can I go over to Ken's house, please, Mom? No, Billy.
he's got Fortnite.
But he's got Fortnite in a box. That's what he's gonna say. That's what he's gonna say. I got Fortnite in a box. Can
I go over to this grown man's house to play Fortnite?
Please, he's got the new skin. I gotta play it.
He's got that galaxy skin from getting the note.
Oh my god, please, Heavenly. Don't do that. Don't put Fortnite in a box.
The big black dildo.
Keep it old school. But yeah, if you want yours, you're gonna have to wait because they're probably all sold out.
You can check GameStop too. We didn't check their website.
Yeah, they only linked websites to Walmart, but there are other places that sell them. Like
check your local Toys R Us.
Yeah, good luck.
Toys R Us is definitely gonna. I can guarantee if you walk in there and be like, "I'm looking for the Galaga cabinet," they're gonna be like, "Got that."
I don't know if you guys heard, but and this might be a thing for a lot of people.
And then what you're saying, we may shut down the stream.
Yeah, we got the remote ready.
All right, let's move on. He's saying nothing.
Okay, good.
Let's move on.
We're good. Yo, did you have something?
Nope, you're good.
All right.
All right.
I
Wow.
want the lawyers on me.
Okay, well, if you got nothing, we'll go ahead and move on to the next article. So this next article is, of course, about the new NVIDIA cards. Now, we all know what they are. We all want one, except for Joe. He doesn't want one.
I don't want one.
He thinks it's just too much. It's just too much.
He's an Intel fanboy. He's waiting for that card.
Yeah, he loves Intel so much, he has a 2nd-gen i7.
I do, and this is far too much. Nobody needs this kind of graphics processor.
He's got a 1070, and he was like, I need to game in 4K. Can I do it? I'm like...
Wait. When you said 1070, I thought you meant the card. No, the 1070K,
right.
the processor.
That's it. 2070K. Yeah, that's it.
It is the 20. I believe it is the 2700.
He already has a 2070. He's above us.
He's above everything.
I believe it is a 2700.
Processors.
Yes.
We just need to stick with the 2nd gen. That's
No,
how-
no, no. See, we're trying to buy the 2070 graphics. He's on the process. He already got it before us.
Oh, he did. Yeah, he did. Well, man, Joe, man, what did you do? Get a sponsorship or something?
Yep, sure did.
Oh my goodness. Well, speaking
Nike.
of which, so we finally get benchmarks for the 2080 Ti and the 20. Is going to be, this article is coming from TechSpot. We got some, they call it mega benchmarks that show off the graphical performance. Now, of course, this is before ray tracing not been an issue yet. We'll probably get that sometime later on during the year, maybe not at all. Who knows when NVIDIA. But one interesting thing I saw was that they weren't doing a comparison with 1080p, which honestly makes a lot of sense. I mean, the GTX graphics cards handle that perfectly. This is more so for 1440p and 4K. So if you're aiming either solutions, these graphics cards seem to be a must option, especially high. So we go ahead and look at some of the games that they tested. So they tested Monster Hunter World at 1440p in the highest quality, and the 2080 Ti did 97 frames per second. I think.
Ooh, this is stressing me out.
What?
There's my 1070 at the bottom.
I mean, yes.
I mean, you're
that-
getting probably 30 at 1080.
Yeah,
But
I mean, you're probably getting a little bit more, you know. But this is
No way.
1440p, man.
hey, you gotta pay the toll, $1,200.
Yeah, you gotta pay that $1,200. Excuse me, $1,200 for that beautiful thing.
Got delayed
but-
too.
It's either an iPhone or a 2080 Ti. Make
Right,
your choice.
you gotta get the 512 gig, no exceptions.
I choose death.
So it looks like the 2080 Ti, of course, stomps all competition. Your 2080 and your 1080 Ti are almost about similar, about three frames difference as far as graphical performance. So not a major bump there if you have a 1080 Ti, but if you have a 2080 Ti, oh, you're golden. Look at so of course now they went ahead and tested Monster Hunter in 4K at the highest quality. So we see that we do a little bit of frames, but the 2080 Ti still does a really good job. You're looking at about easy 50 frames per second with 46 frames there. Again, 2080 Ti and not 2080 and the 1080 Ti, of course, are again near neck and neck with each other. Of course, then you have the Vega graphics cards, the G80, Vega 56, then 1070 Ti, then add 70 at a second. So
Sometimes 20.
yeah, sometimes 21, you know, Joe. So I mean, you go over here playing Monster Hunter World on 4K. You better chill out.
I'll never see 4K. I'm giving up the dream.
Giving out the hey,
What do you mean? You can run it in 4K.
You bought a monitor that was the same price as a 1080 Ti.
I'm giving up the dream, man.
and 2080 Ti.
Yeah, that is very true, and a 2080 Ti. So, but that's Monster Hunter World. Then they tested out a few other games. So you got Dirt 4. So at 1440p, we see much higher frame rates.
Dirt.
So you got the 2080 Ti stomping 154. Here and there about 98 frames per second. Vega 64, which is evens out with the 2080 at 130 frames per second at the highest. 104 with 88. Now, of course, I do know that some games usually favor graphics card and also pen club processors, other things. That's actually very interesting that the 2080 is actually kind of in line with the Vega 64, and surprisingly, I didn't. Well, so you know, if you were wondering, should I get Vega? This tells you that Vega in 14. Now we go to 4K,
where it loses. Now.
This is where we see you know, get taken down a notch. So 2080 Ti, of course, killing it, 108, 2080 at 84 frames, 1080 Ti 79. So again, it seems like honestly, if you have a 1080 Ti, it makes more sense to upgrade from that to 80 Ti than the 2080. Just not really seeing a graphical performance boost. You're kind of,
or I mean, depending how low 1080 Ti's get, you can just SLI them.
oh, that's true. Yeah, you could SLI and then be killer OP. Wait a minute. 1080s is 360. Oh, it's 3160.
Half-Life 3 confirmed.
Half-Life 3 confirmed, guys. We're
Oh,
getting
boy.
the game. Doing it. And then, of course, they tested some more games. So you had Assassin's Creed Origin at 14.
Oh, look, the 1070 beat the Vega 56. Oh, it's at the bottom, of course. I said the 1070.
Oh, look, there you go, Joe. 1070 beats Vega 56, man.
Thanks.
I don't think he's too happy about that. He's like,
Thanks.
I'm never gonna game in
Wait,
4K
let's
again.
run real quick. Oh.
Oh, you're fine. You're fine. Go ahead. 4K, yeah. 79. Vega. Okay, not bad. Not bad. So it seems like with a lot of the tests,
Top, obviously.
yeah. So the 2080 Ti obviously is stomping the competition. But what's interesting is that if you're gaming, if you're a person who's looking to game at 4K or 1440p, you have a 14K, it makes more the RTX series graphics cards because you do get a little bit more graphical power. Of course, the 20 Ti is probably going to be options. So, yeah, you're gonna have to fork out that $1,200. You're gonna have to do it, but 1080p.
I'm going back to 1080, I guess.
Yeah, that's 1080. Just take two 1080 monitors, and then you'll have 2160.
That's how it works, right?
Yeah, pretty much. That's how I do 2162 monitors. But if you're doing 1080p gaming, honestly, the 1070, the GTX series graphics cards are still a fantastic choice. I have the 1070 Ti in mine. No problem with the game.
1080 in mine.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm still gonna get one just because I want to upgrade my graphics card. But I mean, it's not something that is necessary, especially if you're not gaming at 4K. So that is something to keep in mind if you are looking to upgrade your graphics card. I'd probably say just wait until the prices of the series go down a little bit. You're more than likely going to get a really good deal on graphics cards. But if you really want that new graphics card, then
Graphics card smell.
I hope you've got a 4K or 4K monitor playing. Now, of course, I don't think that's at highest I've seen. I want to say 120 hertz. Again, depending on who you are, that'll either be a yes or a no for you. I like my 144 hertz, my 40 hertz. I gotta have that. So,
with your new monitor, you're looking at.
Gotta have my Hertz.
What you say, Joe?
Yeah. Said I have to have my Hertz chips. They're in this bag over here.
Dude, because I mean that second gen's only gonna do so much. That 1070's got to kick in.
Yeah, I know.
You get the Ti, bro.
No.
Won't let him leave with the card until he leaves with a processor.
Yeah, we're gonna have to get you a processor, man.
That's his Christmas gift. We'll all pitch in for it.
Yeah,
I need a new motherboard too. Can I go Ryzen? Can I go Ryzen this time? I'd like to go Ryzen.
As long as you buy the motherboard.
Yeah.
All right, there you go. We'll get you a Ryzen. You know, we know you're doing more than
First
just
gen
gaming.
Ryzen 5. Never said which one.
The 1400. That's it. No, you're getting a Ryzen 3. The Ryzen 3 1200. It's like the lower.
This
lower
is an FX series. What did you guys get me?
Oh man, what kind of motherboard did you get? I got a Ryzen one. We got you an FX 83.
God.
Better perk up.
Yeah, thanks guys.
You're welcome.
Happy Hanukkah.
We love you, Jeff.
Chasing perfection here at
Chasing
JKT.
perfection. One FX.
I said it like sound effects, not the FX.
Exactly. But yep, there you go. So those are the benchmarks. I mean, I knew the 20 higher end, but again, I don't know. It's kind of tough because I don't do 4K gaming, and I don't know if I will do 4K gaming. But I just do standard 1080. So I mean, I'm probably still gonna get the card, but I'll probably lean. I'll see what the 20.
Eventually, 1080 just won't be a thing anymore. That's just how it's gonna be.
True.
They got rid of standard def for the most part. I mean, you can't. No one compares anything to standard def. Eventually, high def will be gone for UHD.
That is. I mean, why I get the RTX series honestly because there's some nice design graphics.
The third party ones.
The third party ones. That's Yep, I want them to release.
I want the MSI one.
Is that the one with the RGB lights?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's gotta have it. All right, if it's not RGB, it's nothing. It's like Nerf. It's Nerf or nothing. RGB, nothing. How it works. So
I just won't play games anymore. I quit.
Yeah, we're gonna just call Nvidia and AMD. Be like, not today.
This next story is pretty straightforward. You can just read the title, like, all right, next one.
There you go. All right, let's go ahead and read it, Ken.
Microsoft brings keyboard and mouse support to Xbox One.
That's it.
There's nothing else to talk
We're done.
about.
That's it.
That's it?
What? So
I mean, I guess you could say they're talking about testing the feature in Warframe.
That is
first.
so it.
What do you say, Joe?
That's it. I mean,
there's nothing really to say about it.
Yeah, there's nothing
that's
really
gatekeeping.
To say about it. I mean, they've teamed up with Razer to make a keyboard and mouse for it, which, yeah, cool. I mean, I don't know what.
Can you just plug any keyboard and mouse into it after the update?
Maybe I don't think they talk. I don't think they say if you can. I think they're gonna make.
I see one thing if we go down. It says
This
that
pretty
developers
crazy.
will have the ability to.
Yeah, it's up to
turn it
the
off.
developers, which is bad.
Yeah, developers will have the choice to enable keyboard mouse support for certain multiplayer modes and turn it off for.
Oh, okay.
So if they want to make
Which
it
is bad.
fair.
Okay, then yeah.
Well, no, that's
now,
fairness.
Now here's the real question, because this is interesting. Do we really need that? Like,
for people who don't want to buy a PC but want to use mouse and keyboard support for cross-platform games.
At this point, they should be allowed. I mean, if you play on PC, as far as like I'm talking like fighting games here, you're literally allowed to play on a piano that you can plug into the PC. I mean, you can play on a Bop It if you can make it work. I really don't think that there should be any limitation just because they're consoles versus PC, especially since the PS4 just enabled crossplay.
Finally, it's about time
for Fortnite.
That's all I think it's about time.
We're not doing nothing else.
I think it's about time that we get a keyboard and mouse for every system, just to make it fair. It'd be the only way to level the playing field. Crossplay is.
But I mean, I just feel like at some point, if you're gonna play with a mouse keyboard and an Xbox, you're eventually gonna do a PC when you get it.
Not necessarily. We can go back to the iPhone conversation.
Oh God,
so they want simplicity of an Xbox or a PlayStation and a keyboard.
Yep.
Okay, I see it now.
Yep.
I was wrong. Let that be known here. I was wrong.
PC is exclusive for people who give a crap.
This is gonna be interesting. They're gonna, instead of having their PC under their desk, they're just gonna have their Xbox on top. Just
now, the true way to play Fortnite is on your Nokia, though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 30.
It's indestructible.
Yep. And your KD will be too.
Right there.
There's no KD on Fortnite, though. I know that.
No, not at all. I mean, for those of you who've been asking for it, it's there.
It says most wired keyboards and mice. So yes, most of them work. So maybe the Huntsman will work since it's Razer who's doing it.
I'm fine.
I got rid of mine.
Not a bad choice. Not a bad choice. I'm very curious to see, because I know they're saying that Razer's developing a new mouse and keyboard, but I tend to. I'll just buy it.
You'll buy everything that's new.
I buy it and be like, it's intended for Xbox. Well, you know what?
I'm gonna come in one day and just see your floor is no longer carpeted. It's now just like Ryzen chips on the floor that you walk on.
It's just chips and boxes. And you're like, what is this? This is my new floor. You
it's
like
all Ryzen's.
This is my new carpet.
Ryzen 7s.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you got some Threadrippers on the floor. What do you do? What? This feels. It doesn't feel comfortable to walk on, but I guess it's rich.
Could you imagine how many PCs I could build with the amount of processors in the floor? There'd be a PC for every occasion. I got a PC for my kitchen.
I look down like, are all these wired to something? You have made your apartment into a computer.
My apartment is a computer. It opens up.
Your shower head no longer has a faucet. It's just a tube that runs through it. So now you water cool your home.
Exactly. Processor on the rooftop. That's the main one.
No, that's the CPU. That's the PSU. I'm sorry, you have to get powered from lightning strikes.
Solar power, and then I gotta
solar powered and lightning strikes power this.
I'm in talks with NVIDIA to make a ultimate graphics card for it. So come over. It's gonna be teched out. It's gonna be
called the LTX.
Yeah, the LTX.
The life.
LTX 460, 4860, something like that. I don't know.
It's gonna be called the LTX and just have an infinity symbol.
Oh boy.
NVIDIA, we're giving you ideas, man. Come on.
Good idea.
Instead of NVIDIA, it'll be called Infinia
4060.
I don't like that at all.
You know what, Joe? Go get a first gen.
Go get another burger from Burger King.
Go get a burger.
I want a burger. I could go for a burger.
You already had one.
Yeah, but 2 burgers.
Oh my god, this man, he over here, he just said.
Time out. Reach for that volume button on.
I don't. What are you doing this? Second, he's over here talking about I'm a gamer with an old processor.
Hey.
Come
the
on,
only
Joe.
thing that has ever called for a newer processor is the Oculus, and it let me run it anyway. It's fine.
No, that's what they all say, and then they realize
that's what the Oculus said.
They upgrade to something better. They're like, man, I've been missing out.
Unless Intel is the Apple of processors.
See, we uncovered it. AMD is an Android, Intel's Apple. We've all
Thought
been
that's
suckered in.
just
Apple finally
how
found a
it
way to do
was.
this.
Thought that's how it
Take my
always
note.
was.
Take my phone.
I mean, who makes all the processors for like their computer? All Intel based.
Yep.
Yep.
Make suckered us in.
Apple's too good for AMD.
Who?
Suppose.
The Apple's too good for AMD.
They are. Well, I mean, not for their GPUs. That in mind.
True.
For their CPUs, they don't want that.
Generates too much heat. Can't have my Apple,
Yeah.
my MacBook burning me.
Right. Look, we've already got some bottleneck what thermothrottling issues. We don't want any more. Come on.
All right, and the last thing, Amazon Echo microwaves.
There you go. So, yeah, Amazon just released a crap ton of products, so we're gonna just go through the. So this is every awesome and ridiculous thing Amazon revealed today. They revealed it about 6 days. We're late, but you know what? Who cares?
We missed last Wednesday, so we couldn't do it.
We missed last Wednesday,
We
so
gotta catch up.
we're catching up. We're giving you the updates to what we missed out on last time. So, Amazon released a crap ton of products. Some new, some refined, some why. Let's go down the road. First, we got the second gen Amazon Echo Show. Now, I've noticed that Amazon's been doing this fabric, more modern fabric material. Not bad. I like this one a little bit better. I'm pretty sure that must be speaker.
More likely, yeah.
Probably because there's nothing there. So that's pretty cool. You have the Amazon Fire TV recast.
This is a TV tuner. DVR.
Live recording. Oh.
Sounds pretty cool.
DVR for their Fire TVs. Whatever. I mean,
Market somewhere. Third gen Amazon Echo Dot. So a little bit of a more rounded
the
design.
speaker looks more.
Yep.
It looks like it has the cloth material on it.
Yeah, it also has the cloth material, which is actually it's about time they've updated that design.
Still the same price, so they didn't change it.
That's good.
Oh, it's larger too. Well, the speaker is larger, 1.6 inches compared to 1.1.
Okay, so yeah, the price is gonna sound a little bit better. Not as good as like what you get with your Echoes, but your Echo Show.
Cheaper one.
But for something
For
cheap,
the same price, getting more. So what's the complaint about?
second gen Amazon Echo Plus. So it looks like smaller. It looks smaller.
It also has a temperature sensor built into it, so it can do its own routines for your home climate.
Okay, and it still has the smart home hub.
Yep. So that's it.
Yeah, so they made it smaller, but they still kept everything what they had with the previous one. I wonder if this. I'll probably see it. I don't know if that's replaced regular Echo. The Echo is the same size. I don't know if they just took the Echo and they plus and just they made that. But they have a
The Echo wall clock.
they have a wall clock. So hey, if you ever want your clock to speak to you, do that. And look, they
That sounds awesome. Amazon, the time.
What?
What'd you say?
Said, what's the time, Amazon? It's only $30.
Well, it does timers, countdowns for you and stuff. Maybe it's like a egg timer for your food as well.
Maybe
For
Who
$30.
knows? Who knows? The Amazon Echo input. So it helps to play your favorite tunes.
So any speakers with 3.5mm audio, you can plug them in.
So kind of like what the Chromecast has.
Or Bluetooth.
So like what the Chromecast has with the audio.
It just turns any speaker into an Echo Alexa compatible speaker.
Echo Sub. So this is a competitor to the what is it? Google Max. Oh.
This is added to it's 100-watt base. Nothing like those Logitech.
Are amazing. You haven't heard them?
I've been using them today, cleaning, and I was like, let me just put some Bluetooth audio.
I haven't heard of it.
That's what's up. I love the Logitech speakers. Link lets you connect your existing stereo equipment for your music playback with the Alexa. You've got
Cool.
the Link
The
amp.
amp.
You got the Link, and then you got the amp. You got that.
You got the microwave.
The microwave. I'm very curious to see how this is gonna work.
It auto orders popcorn for you. It said that.
Does it really?
Yes, it'll auto order popcorn for you when you run out.
What? How does it know when you're running out of popcorn?
SOLD.
It's one of the, like how Amazon has the buttons you press and it orders stuff for you. It has that built in the microwave for popcorn.
But how would it? So do you have to tell it, hey, I ran out of popcorn, order me some, or does it just like?
I don't know.
Does it pop?
It just says it orders popcorn for
What?
you.
Then how does it know? What?
Click on it. Click the pre-order and read it real quick.
Gonna
And
find
don't pre-order it unless you really want it. $12 a month.
Five payments.
Auto popcorn replenishment. Can only reorder popcorn when you're run low. Enabled by Amazon Dash replenishment technology.
Wow, that's awesome.
What?
And
I love this country.
And it has the quick cook voice preset, so you can tell, hey, Alexa, cook that popcorn for me. All right, I got you.
I can't believe this is a thing. I can't believe it. I kind of want it now.
It's $60. I tried. It won't tell me, or I couldn't find it. I wanted to see how much like power it has, like wattage and stuff. But I couldn't find it.
Oh my god, that is crazy. Who would have thought?
Auto popcorn replenishment.
That is amazing, and it's over Redenbacher.
Yeah, you get main brand popcorn.
You get the quality.
But how much is the popcorn? That's what I need to know.
How much?
If it's coming from Amazon.
Plan.
I wonder how much power this puts out. I can't find it.
Rated power 700 watts.
Dang, that's a weak microwave. That's a really weak microwave.
It's just for popcorn.
Too much Alexa.
You're gonna have to go to when you look at your TV dinners, you have to do you'll have to go to that longer cook time every time.
Pretty much. You have to be like.
But it's $60.
So $6, you can't complain. You got a smart plug.
Yep.
Control that. You've got your Amazon Echo Auto, which so much stuff. They got the video doorbell.
Yes, because they bought out Ring.
Oh yeah, that's right. Actually,
in August.
I'm not gonna lie. That's actually.
Or which one did they buy? Was it Ring they bought?
It's a Ring. Yeah, because they already.
Oh, because it says they have August as well. I didn't know if they got both.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean,
it says right now featured a Ring and August.
I will say that's actually really nice. Nice design.
Oh, you can tell Alexa to.
Oh, that's cool.
Hey, it's Alexa, open my door.
Alexa, guard your home when you're away. Hunches. Alexa, guard tabs on your house and sends alerts if it detects something.
I was hoping it would be a guy, like a big burly man named Alexa.
A holographic projector of Alexa, just like, can't come in, sir.
What?
Timothy said no.
You always had a female voice. Why are you such a big man?
She changes it when she wants.
I mean, it could be a female. No, it's 2018.
True. We neutral. Hunches.
Well, Alexa will creep closer to becoming your disembodied butler of hunches.
So
she detects that you've forgotten to do something you normally do, like shut off the living room lights before bed. Alexa can ask if she should do it for you.
So if you get a message from your second bae, you can use hunches to make sure that your first bae doesn't hear about it. Like,
oh yeah. Oh, wait, you can make your Alexa text. Yeah, you can make it do that for
you. You know how many people are gonna use that functionality? Like,
the real thing you do is for my Google, you say, "Hey, tell Bae at 10 p.m. I'm working late tonight."
Give her the message. Got whisper mode.
Want to keep whisper mode means you don't have to yell at your smart speaker.
It's like, Alexa.
So why don't you just make it so it can listen to? I guess you just want to turn it on. You don't want it to hear everything.
Exactly.
Email integration.
This is so weird.
Let Alexa do it for you.
If you have emails, Alexa, do I have emails? No.
No.
All right, thanks.
Thank you. Cooking with Alexa. If you're ever alone.
Oh, it has specific.
That's
websites.
Pretty cool.
It has specific websites. As it goes
Kitchen
to.
Stories.
Our recipes. Epicurious.
Food 22. The Kitchen.
52.
And Side Chef. Just say Alexa. That's interesting. Kind of cool.
I like that.
Joe, you upgrade your processor first, then you can get it.
Yeah,
you're attacking this man every moment possible on that.
I got to.
Alexa, buy me a processor.
What if she bought one for him automatically?
Good thing I have your card already on file.
It's like I'm ordering it now, sir. Should be here tomorrow.
Buy me a processor. He gets a first gen i7 instead. No, what have you done, Alexa?
Alexa, that's not what I wanted.
Oh my god, I think she actually.
Hold on a second. Skype integration.
I didn't know people use Skype.
I'm about to say who. Let us know if you use Skype. Tidal more. Who uses Tidal? Oh my god, getting out of here. Free time.
Free time.
For the kids, said parents set routines with free time. Alexa.
I guess, yeah. Alexa, turn my kid's tablet off at 3 p.m.
Tell them so much stuff.
Tell them it's broke.
It's broken. They can't fix it for them. But yeah, that's everything that Apple. I'm not Apple. Oh Lord.
What are you doing?
What happened? That's everything that Amazon announced or released the past days. So that's a lot of products. That's gonna be interesting to see.
Microwave best.
Microwave.
Auto popcorn.
Auto popcorn. It's like, I detected you ran low on popcorn. I ordered more for you. It's like,
I haven't smelled you cooking Redenbacher in a while, sir. Would you like to order more popcorn?
It's like, Alexa, how did you know that? I just know. I saw your cabinet.
I know how it does it, all right? It knows how many bags of popcorn come in a box. So every time the butter sensors go off, it knows you've used the bag.
There's butter sensors on there?
Yes.
What? Oh my god.
We can sense butter easily. Why can't the technology?
Maybe Alexa is just smarter than all.
The microwave has taste buds.
Alexa's in everything. Alexa's gonna be in our camera. It's gonna be in our DSLRs. Our it's gonna be in Windows. It's gonna be everywhere. You're gonna
Alexa
wake up
already is gonna be in Windows. They already said that.
Yeah, they have. It's in there. Well, it hasn't been integrated yet. I haven't seen it yet. I'm waiting. Or maybe it's an app. I don't know. I'll have to see. I think it's an app, but I thought it was gonna just be integrated into Windows. But yeah, Joe, what Amazon product you want, man? Besides the microwave?
Man, I would really love some
processor.
I mean, you could slap Alexa on anything. I'd be pretty happy with it.
You can do that now.
Alexa processor overclock, please.
You need to specify the speed. It just keeps going up and up.
It's like going up. It's going crazy. This thermal temperature is like 400 degrees. Like, why is it so hot? And Alexa's like, your CPU is about to die. You want me to order you a new one?
Also, I ordered you some more popcorn.
I don't even have the microwave. It's like, I ordered more popcorn for you. That's coming with your processor. Oh my god.
Your house burns down from it. All the popcorn gets burned up, and it senses all the popcorn is gone and orders more.
The Amazon car come in and be like, I got you. Here's some popcorn. Oh, I'm sorry, sir.
You already paid for it though, and he sets it on the ground and leaves.
It's just like, it's just out. That's funny. Oh my god, that Amazon. What's next? What will Amazon think of? A fan that has Alexa built into it?
Yeah.
Alexa,
turn it on high.
Turn it on high for me. Oh my god. But that is all the news that we have for this week's episode of the J Podcast. We hope you guys thoroughly enjoyed that. We always enjoy doing these podcasts for you. And as always, if you like us, make sure you tell Alexa, tell Fortnite kids to press the F button to thank the bus driver. Remember that. But anyway, guys. Look, I was good. Look, don't question my antics. But thank you guys so much for joining us on this live stream. We hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you to Joe for being a special guest. If he can learn how to remember stuff, maybe we'll have him on the next podcast, and he'll actually be here, and you'll see another face.
Maybe if I remember stuff.
We'll send him a reminder.
Alexa will remind him.
Alexa, remind Joe to come to the podcast next week.
You want me?
There you go.
Hey, you should come to the podcast. You did say you would go. Also, I ordered you some more popcorn.
And the Orville Redenbacher extra butter.
No, stop ordering it. There's a bunch of
That's just
boxes.
what I wanted.
We got more boxes in the bag. We're gonna have a display of boxes of popcorn in the back.
Some popcorn giveaways coming next.
Next up on the podcast, popcorn, giving it away to you. Extra butter smooth.
Popcorn giveaway sounds like a good idea. I'd love it.
Hey, we can do it. You guys want us to give away some popcorn? We'll get Alexa to do it. But thank you guys for joining us in the live stream. If you're watching this on YouTube, we hope you guys enjoy. Make sure you guys follow the stream. But the channel here on Twitch. Of course, subscribe to the YouTube channel as well. Again, thank you to Joe for joining us, and also thank you, Narcissus, for the awesome beats. Hope you guys enjoy these podcasts as always, and we will see you guys in the next podcast. Out.
Take it easy.
Goodbye.